Charlie Gasparino is a correspondent, a reporter on Fox News, for lack of a better term, a reporter on Fox News. I know it sounds funny. And occasionally, he will just sort of acknowledge basic realities about the world around him. And he made clear yesterday, after Donald Trump paused the tariffs, that Trump didn't win here. Trump is the one who capitulated. And Gasparino even says, this pained me to admit, but Trump didn't win this thing. Trump's the one who gave in. Take a listen to this.
Well, I mean, because of the mixed messaging, how can you doubt them? I mean, let's be clear what happened. Who capitulated here and why? And, I don't want to say this because I'm a patriot. I'm an American.
And I work on Fox News, where we're supposed to say Trump always does everything right.
But it is the White House who capitulated based on everything I hear and all my sources. And the reason why is because of the bond market and what happened last night. Bessent knows this better than anybody. When you have yields on the 10-year rising to 5%, stuff starts shutting down when you have the lending markets screwed up. By the way, who was dumping the bonds? Somebody asked them if it was China, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't. It was Japan. While he was negotiating with Japan, according to my sources, who are running major money management firms that are involved in the bond market without giving up names, Japan was dumping bonds because they believed this was not a great place to do business. That forced their hands. Now, what you can say, I think, legitimately here, is Trump decided to take the win. And here's why. There was overwhelmingly, deal potential here among the entire world, except for maybe China, right? Everybody really wanted something. So he did take the win, but make no mistake about it. Peter Navarro was talking as of yesterday about not taking the win, and now they did. And it's all because of the bond market. I want to put.
So Gasparino, he's got to soften the blow, and he has to couch it as this is a win in the sense that we are seeing the bond market stabilize, and there were some countries who agreed that they'd be willing to come to the table to negotiate, even though we were originally told this is not a negotiating ploy. This is just what needs to be done because other countries are doing bad things and it's not up for negotiation. You all know, because you've been following this now for weeks, that there is no rhyme or reason to any of it. But the key part is that Gasparino knows that the White House capitulated. Though they didn't, the idea that they came to the table willing to negotiate, that doesn't actually solve anything. You still got to negotiate, and you've got to get whatever deals fixed that Trump claims are unfair. Now, another interesting note, because this is going to be the next thing that we're up against, Gasparino also mentioned that now, because of the increased tensions with China, the possibility of a TikTok saving bill to avoid a TikTok ban in the United States, Gasparino says, no way, TikTok's going bye-bye.
Navarro was talking as of yesterday about not taking the win, and now they did. And it's all because of the bond market. I want to point out one other thing. Because of China, there will not be a TikTok deal, okay? That the White House has confirmed to me that is basically off the table.
So now, of course, you might be saying, could that possibly be true? Trump loves TikTok now. Now, of course, he has conflicting motivations. He wants to hurt China, but he also wants to probably keep TikTok as he sees it as a platform where he got his message out. He believes to young people during the election, and there are people on both sides of the aisle that want to save TikTok. There are some people on both sides of the aisle that want TikTok to go. I wouldn't read much into this other than Gasparino is correctly identifying that there is a huge emotional component to this. And because Trump's mad at China, the primary prism through which the TikTok future is evaluated is, can I hurt China by denying TikTok access to the American market? Whether any of this will come true, we have no idea, but it reminds us of the vindictive and childish nature of the way that this White House does business. Now, on the bonus show today, there's a budget bill now that is growing in importance, including because a lot of people expecting Trump to cut the military budget, we knew he wasn't going to, are shocked that the budget now has even more money for the military. And there's a bunch of other sort of interesting points of discussion related to the budget. There are Republican holdouts to this budget bill, and the vote has been postponed because Republicans may not even be on the same page about passing this budget. And that's in the middle of this entire tariff and stock market crisis. So we'll talk about that on the bonus show. An appeals court has ruled that the Trump administration can fire probationary federal workers again. There was one ruling that they can't. Now it's been appealed. The new ruling is, yes, they can. Where is this going and what is this all about? We will discuss. And finally, you may recall, this wasn't a huge story, but you may recall that FBI Director Kash Patel was also made acting head of the ATF. He has now been replaced by Army Secretary Driscoll in that role. And this is a bigger deal than maybe is obvious until you start digging beneath the surface a little bit. So all of that we will be talking about on today's bonus show.
Oh, the bonus show where you want to make money.
Yes.
Everybody else that makes money to fund themselves is bad.
Remember that my book, The Echo Machine, remains available, at least for now, everywhere books are sold. The future of that statement is sort of in question. You can get instant access to the bonus show by signing up at joinpacman.com. And make sure you're on my newsletter. You can email info@davidpacman.com to get on that newsletter, or go to davidpacman.substack.com. Great to see everybody. See you on the bonus show. See you back here tomorrow. After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. It's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what The Echo Machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get The Echo Machine right now at davidpacman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out The Echo Machine today at davidpacman.com/echo.